Hi, I'm coming on because I'm having a problem with my women. I have a lot of women that call me. I interact with a lot of women. I watch women on Facebook. And you got to learn how to love yourself, first of all. It was a young lady on Facebook. I ran across her today. She was crying. And everybody live the way they live, but I can kind of give my opinion. She said, you cannot help who you love. She's right in a sense. Once you begin to love someone and the love get deep, you really can't help who you love. Then she said, you cannot show a man love. So why should you love him if you cannot show him that you love him? That's not the man for you. She wanna then go on to say, how much do a woman supposed to take? As much as he give if you keep taking it. If you keep taking it, he gonna keep giving it. Until you stop taking it, then he'll quit giving. She said he even put her in predicaments where they could have took her kids. Do you understand that's not love? Do you understand that love don't go that deep? Do you understand that? Anytime you jeopardize your child for a man, you got a problem. And it's not with nobody but self. But we're in love. Then she said he chose another woman over her. What kind of love is that? If he chose her, that means that's what he wanted to be. And understand, she said she only been there 4 months, and you've been there for some years. Let me explain something. People can change their minds. They can make other decisions. Because first of all, you don't even know who you're dealing with. You're in love. Then she said, you choose her over me and you not even messing with me. But you say you love him. How can you love somebody that has chosen somebody over you and not messing with you? And you say that's love? Then he come back to you and he texts you and tell you he chose you. Then you go and you at a friend house and the friend house is right around the corner and he tell you when you get through come and ride down on him and this woman is sitting in front of the door. But he told you he chose you. And he told her he chose her too. What I don't understand is what you are not getting. What are you young women not getting? That's not love. And you keep saying I did this and I'm that kind of woman that he's looking for. Any man will be looking for me. Be careful. Because you're not the woman that he's looking for. Because if he was, he wouldn't do the things he do to you. And while she went in the house to see him and she said a few words and she went to the bathroom while the other woman was sitting outside. And when she come back out the bathroom, he was gone. But then you gonna ask the other woman why she let him get away. But you said this woman come in looking for him too. Do you understand the game? He want to keep you both. And you said, how much do you supposed to take? If you took that, that's what you're going to stay in. because he's not gonna change. If he didn't did you like this for years, what makes you think he's gonna change? He's not gonna change. Then you walk in and you ask this other woman, the lady walk in and you come out and you sit beside her and you keep asking her, is you messing with him? Let me tell you something. Don't take common sense and confuse it. If she's sitting there at his house and you're sitting there at his house, common sense should tell you that she's still messing with him. You ain't gotta ask no questions. But let me enlighten you on something. The reason you're asking questions is because you're still in love and you don't want to leave. You didn't have to ask her if he loved her, if she's still messing with him. Then you go in front of his friends and you prove yourself to him that you love him. But in the situation of where you went to the house and the other woman is at the house, he disappeared because he ain't finna prove to you nothing. So he left. And he left both of you dummies there. Then you telling him that why is he hurting the other woman? Let me explain something to you. This is where we go wrong. We always worried about the other woman. You need to worry about you. What he do to her don't make you fat. But see, you're so concerned about the wrong things that you cannot get your life in order because you're so concerned about the wrong things. You got to get on track. And you keep saying he keep coming back to me because he know that I'm not stupid and he know that I'm not gullible. Do do you have this thing mixed up? That's the reason he keep coming back to you because he know you're gullible. Because if he knew you wasn't gullible, he wouldn't come back. Understand, we put ourselves in a position whereas we think because we are doing something and we get money and we driving a certain kind of car that we're all of this and I'm that kind of woman. But what you got to do is you got to stop and check yourself. You got to figure out what type of woman that you are. And let me explain something to you. If you continue to take this time and time and time and time and time again, you're not the woman that you say you are. And understand, I'm not putting you down. I'm just giving you a little input of what you're missing. You are crossing yourself up because you don't really know what type of woman that you are. Because if you did, you wouldn't take what he give you over and over and over and over again. Then you said you should have been put your hands on that woman. Why? Why? You're not married to him. You are not his wife. You don't own him. He can have any woman he wants to. This is what y'all missing. And like I said before, I watch a lot of African movies, and they have maids. And that's what you have made yourself a maid. You have not made yourself a wife. You made yourself a maid. Why put your hands on her? She didn't make him come to her. He came to her on his own. And this is what most young women feel. He's a free agent. He ain't married to her. That's because we don't have enough respect for ourselves. And then I want you to think back. I'm not saying you done it, but I want you to think back. Did you Did he have a woman when he met you? He probably did. Why didn't you step back? See, we only wear the shoe when it begins to hurt our foot. Now we want to get out the shoe. Now everything is on me because he's hurting me. But did you hurt a woman before when you first got with him? Then you say, you go and you clown. Clown for what? You're clowning for a man that don't even want you. And he keep coming back because you allow him to. And you gonna clown for what purpose? Just to make yourself look stupid. Excuse me. Just to make yourself look stupid. A man told me one day, he said, I know you love me. I looked at him like he was crazy. I said, how you know I love you? He said, it's because of the way you act. So you know what I stopped doing? I stopped acting the way that he felt that I loved him. I changed the way that I act. And he's going to keep continuing to come back. You say you kept the door open for him. But the door is open until he changed. Now you keep the door open for him. Everybody else walk through that door because you got that door open for him. Why keep a door open for somebody that don't want to walk in the door? What's the problem? And you're gonna ask, what more does this other woman want? What more do you want? Until we realize to stop blaming the other woman for the man's fault, we're gonna stay in trouble. Young lady went to jail, killed the woman over this man. He free. And he's still doing the same old things he's been doing. Why do he have to change? He didn't kill her. Your dumb ass killed her. What is you looking for? You're looking for nothing because you've given out nothing. Understand? Understand what I mean by that? You're giving no respect for yourself. He don't care what you did for him. That didn't impress him. Because if he did, he would show you more respect. How can you love a man more than you can love your kids? Something that you birthed in this world. How can somebody change the love that you have? Because anytime you jeopardize your child's life for a man, you got to love him more than you love your children. What you got to do is learn the value of you. You don't know the value of you. All you recognize is this man riding up and down the street looking for him, going past the house, going past his house. Okay, if you see them, what then what? Now you want to get out and clown. What are you clowning for? He don't belong to you. And he's letting you know that in his actions. I don't belong to you. I can have her and her and her and you too, because you the dummy that keeps coming back to me. Oh, but I love him. Love don't pay your bills. Love don't keep you clothes. So what do love have to do with you going through heartache? You love him, but he don't love you. Now, how in the world are you gonna keep loving a man that don't give a damn about you? I've been there. Understand? I have been in your situations, but I had to get grips with myself. I had to learn that if it doesn't make me happy, then it's causing not only a mental, but a physical problem with my body. Stress is one of the leading problems straight to blood pressure. And blood pressure is the number one silent killer. And understand, because you young don't mean it won't happen to you. See, that's what's wrong with our young women today, thinking won't nothing happen to them. Do you see what's happening to you girls all over the world? They finding you dead. You having car accidents because you done got too drunk to drive, and killing yourself in cars and hurting other people in your cars because of this man. Damn, really? Really? I'm trying to get it because I missed all of that. I missed every damn bit of it. So can you relate to me what's really going on? And then you say, he made me show out. Ain't nobody made you show out. You made yourself show out because you don't know how to control self. And anytime you allow a man to control you, you're totally out of control. You're totally confused. You cannot allow any man to take you out of your element. That's one way he know you don't love yourself. Going tearing up cars and want to fight the other one. What did you get? After all of that you done, did it stop him? Did it stop him? Hell no. He's still doing it. And he's gonna continue to do it until he run into that woman that loved herself more than she loved him. Then he'll sit down and he'll change his thoughts. But until you recognize who you are, you ain't got nothing coming. You're going to be fighting for the rest of your life. You're going to be sad for the rest of your life. And you're going to be talking shit for the rest of your life if you don't get yourself together. And then you go and you walk in and ask his friend where he go. He went somewhere. That friend told you anything. He left his house so he wouldn't have to prove to nobody that you number one. That's why he left. And where he went was irrelevant. And how can you ask somebody else, you let him get away? Well, I tell you what you should have did. You should have waited to go to the bathroom and piss until you got your situation under cover. What about that? See, we always blaming somebody else. She can't hold him if you want to leave. What do you mean? He's a grown man. He come and go as he please. And how can you get mad with somebody else? It's not their fault. You hurry. It's your fault that you hurry. It's not their fault that they didn't hold him for you. Now I would look like a fool, me and you going with the same man, but I'ma hold him for you. And in the first place, she didn't even know what was going on. She's sitting in the car. All she know is you was his woman, because remember, he chose her over you. And the way I got through the video is that you had kids by him, so maybe he thought you the baby mama coming to get some money for the kids. See, we always thinking for the other party. We're not thinking for ourselves. We always worried about the other woman. I keep telling you, the other woman is not important. You don't have a relationship with this other woman. You got a relationship with him. And maybe in 4 months she loved him more than you loved him in 4 years. Because y'all stupid like that. And I want to tell you something. If he got you and her, he probably got somebody else too. Because you women allow these things to happen in your life. If you can't make them or break them, you need to leave them alone. And I doubt very seriously if you can do any of that. Because you are not equipped. And the reason you're not equipped is because you have not got self in order. You're too busy worrying about the wrong thing. So self will never be in order. Until, until you know what happiness is, you never get it. And understand, how many women have had fine cars, nice houses, best of clothes, beautiful shoes, money in their pocket, and a man ran over? So what good was all of that? What you got to learn is your value. What you got to know is you got to recognize a man. And it don't take long to recognize him. 3 or 4 months, he's going to show us color. But what we do is we look over that. Most of us think we can change that. You can't change anything. It is what it is, and it do what it is. And instead of changing you, you're going to this relationship thinking you can change him. And that's where all your problems come in. Most of you go into a relationship and know he got another woman. And you probably get him at the peak she's at. So she let him go. Now you got him. She let go the trouble and you picked it up. So what makes you think he's going to treat you right if he's not treating the woman he left right? What makes you think he's going to treat you right? I don't get it. And I want to say to you young women, quit fighting over a man. Because he stand back and he watches you. Do you think that makes him feel good? And 9 out of 10, if you hurt the other woman that you're fighting, he's gonna assume to go see about her wound. Now you didn't cause another problem. You don't think. You gotta learn how to begin to think. And think in more than one way. All you know is you want this man. 9 out of 10, you don't even know what you want, baby. And if sex that good, girl, you need to find you something else to make you feel even better. Because 9 out of 10, that's all he's giving you. And half of the time, he ain't giving you that. These young men ain't doing too much. And you got to know your worth. And if you feel you are that type of woman that you say men are looking for, then find you another man because he ain't looking for you. He's looking for whatever he can get whenever he can get it. And I'm not just talking, I've been there. And I want you to know it don't change. And if it ain't changed in 4 years, it ain't gonna change in 10 years. By the 10th year, it's gonna be even worse. You think you're crying, you might pull your hair out. You got to understand. And I'm just giving an opinion. At the end of the day, you have to still make your own decision. But I just want you to know, I know what it's like to love and don't be loved. But everybody thinks they gotta have a man. I wish somebody could tell me what's the purpose of him. What is the reason you got to have a man? And I ain't saying all men are bad. That's clear as up. All men are not bad. But those that are. And if you in a bad situation with a man, you need to get your shit and get out of there. Because it ain't gonna change. It's only gonna get worse. What you thinking? After a while he gonna love you? Well, after a while, how much trouble you gotta go through for him to love you? Is he worth all of that? And if you women think you are so much of that, why don't you lay him down and go find the right man that you say is looking for you? Are you the right material? We always talking about what somebody is looking for and what you got it messed up. A real man is not looking for materialistic things. He's looking for love, what you're looking for. A real man, you ain't got to chase him and his woman because he going to give you some respect. A real man ain't going to run out on you to prove that you the one he wants to be with. We got some real men out here. But we as women are missing them because we are playing the wrong type of game with the wrong type of men. And don't no real man want no hood ass one. Get that. Don't no real man want no woman walking down the street half naked. Don't no real man want no woman out shaking her butt. But you all of that. You ain't shit. What you got to do is change in order to make things change. You got to change in order to make things change. And you twist it. So what you need to do is untwist yourself. Your brains is twisted. So if your brains is twisted, you might not look like your body twisted, but some of you do. Everything is twisted. Untwist it. I'm at the end of my video. I want you all to know that I love you so much. And understand I'm not judging. I'm just trying to teach. I'm trying to let you know I've been there. I'm trying to let you know it's not going to change. It's going to get worse. As I say that on my next video, we going to get a little deeper into this thing because I feel not only you young women, you got some old fools too. And they 50, 60, 40, and they never been married and ain't gonna never be married. You know, girl, I ain't thinking, I don't want no husband. No, you don't want that because he don't want you. So understand, some of us as older women have to enlighten our young women and try to help them get through what they're going through. I'm not downing nobody. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just giving you some fat on your head that I already been through. And I know it's not gonna get any better until the next video. May God continue to bless you. Wrap you around his in his hands and keep his blood covering you. Until the next video, I love you.